What's up, YouTube? It's Josh. This is the Den of Nerds. I gotta do a couple show notes real quick. I gotta tell you guys what's been going on because I know I've been a little bit absent from the channel this week. Basically, there's a ton of cool things going on. Some of the stuff I can talk about now, some of it we're gonna have to wait on. But this video in particular is going to showcase a new show that I'm working on with my local comic book shop, the Uncanny Comic Store. This show is called Uncanny Insider, and I'm joining a guy named Rob, who is the general manager of all of their stores. We basically are going to talk about comics, we're going to review comics, get access to some cool creators, do a ton of different cool things, and it's all going to be showcased on their website, which actually has not launched yet. So it's pretty cool. I'm very excited. I hung out with these guys on Wednesday for like 5 hours in the comic book shop, just reading stuff, talking to people, organizing ideas, and then eventually recording the show. I'm going to play that first episode for you guys in just a second, but I kind of wanted to explain what was going on with that and talk about the September contest. Now, here's the thing with the September contest. Honestly, I started this contest early September, and the whole idea was I wanted to give back to you guys, the community of the Den of Nerds, because things have been so cool, and a lot of this has to do with your guys' love and support. So I wanted to involve you guys and give away stuff. But the bottom line is I kind of dropped the ball a little bit. I got very, very busy in September. So I am extending the contest till the end of October. So basically, you're going to have a whole nother month to basically comment on videos, answer nerd card questions, stockpile up your names in the drawings that you get for the giveaway. Now, this is the exact prize. I'm giving away 10 copies of my book, along with 10 copies of the anthology from Short Fuse Media Group. Short Fuse is still sponsoring this contest. Really, really honored about that. Really, really cool book. You're gonna love their anthology. So 10 copies of that. Two grand prize winners, because I'm kind of thinking like, one in September, one in October, even though they're both going to be drawn at the end of October, are going to get the original artwork and t-shirts from my comic book, Moros a Hard-Boiled Hero. So that's going to be really, really cool, and it's all going to happen at the end of October. So we're kind of extending it a little bit, but I wanted to do something like really, really fun for you guys. So basically, I'm going to put a link in the description below of this video, and it is going to it'll basically take you to a digital copy of my comic book, the first issue. So any person who sees this video, you can get in the description below, click the link, and go check out the first issue of my comic book absolutely free. Hopefully it entices you a little bit, hopefully you dig it, and you'll want to continue supporting the channel and getting involved in the contest so that you can get issues 2 and 3. There's like this really, really cool thing happening with my comic book that like I can't talk about right now. Business side of things is so weird always to me, but I just basically can't talk about it right now. But here's all I can say. Really cool stuff. So I'm excited about that. But anyways, let's go right to the Uncanny Insider. Now, the thing about this video was it was our first go at this. It's not even going to go up, I believe, on their website. So it was kind of like a dry run. There's some production things that we have to work out. We're actually shooting on new cameras. A little inside baseball. I don't know if you can notice or not, but I'm shooting on a new camera right now, and this is the camera that we're going to shoot on for the Uncanny Insider, and I think you're totally going to dig, despite some of the production things and a little bit of us trying to figure out what the format of the show is exactly and getting our personalities to shine a little bit more. I think you're going to dig it, so I'm going to go right to that right now. Here is the first episode, possibly unseen, of the Uncanny Insider with myself and Rob. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Rob. Welcome to Uncanny Insider with
Josh.
Today we're going to review a couple of comics for you. First up on my list, Teen Titans Rebirth Issue 1. That's right, the Titans are coming together under the tutelage of young Damian Wayne. And you have?
I am going to be reviewing Action Comics 964, which has been pretty good. I really like this run a lot, actually.
And we both got an opportunity to take a look at the Marvel free previews that's out this week. Make sure you pick it up. a lot of interesting number ones coming down the pike. It's an issue, it's free, that you should pick up because you're going to want to adjust your pull list because there's some really good stuff. A lot of promising things coming out with in the Marvel Universe. So,
Absolutely.
We'll get into that. But first, Teen Titans Rebirth issue 1.
How was this Teen Titans?
Well, it's written by Ben Percy, art by John Boy Miners. Kudos on the name, John Boy. It was good. It was a solid issue. It was a good first issue. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is so amazing. He's the best ever. Oh my God, better than Jello Pudding. It was entertaining. It was well worth the $2.99. It was a little predictable. And when you pick it up and read, I think you'll agree. It definitely is a issue that Damian Wayne puts his dominance down. He wants it clear, if this is going to be a team, that he is the alpha and
as he should,
charge.
In my opinion. Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's the son of Batman.
Yes, it's the son of Batman.
And it's very Batman-esque. It's very. You can see some tricks to the trade that the Bat has taught his son on how to figure people out. And we all know Batman has a contingency plan for everybody, and it's clear that young Master Wayne has a contingency plan for his new team. Other than that, colors, brilliant, absolutely gorgeous. Art's incredible. It's fun, and that's the main thing. It's a fun book.
Yeah, for sure.
And the art states that. It's reminiscent of a little Kenneth Rocafort, especially in the coloring. But other than that, it's hands down a solid issue, a great read. Definitely pick it up. I give it 3.5 exclamations out of 5, simply because of the predictability. The ending wasn't like, oh my God, this is the what's about? Oh my God, I can't believe that happened. It was more like, I kind of knew it.
Yeah.
But other than that,
that's comics, right?
It's cool. It's comic books.
Absolutely.
What you got for us?
Well, I've been absolutely loving the new Superman run. It's awesome. Action Comics has been telling a really, really cool story. And there's this thing going on right now with this Clark Kent character. There's just a random Clark Kent. We have no idea who this Clark Kent is.
It just shows up one day. It's like, I'm Clark Kent.
Yeah, and it's
like,
very bizarre.
Like,
and he believes himself to be Clark. He really does. And in this issue, last issue, it was sort of promised that we were going to find out a little bit more about who this Clark Kent was. And basically in this issue, he takes Superman, the actual Superman, who, not to get like super comic-y, but he's the Superman from pre-New 52 that's just kind of been hanging out since Convergence. He's just been hanging out. So he's stepped into the role of Superman since the New 52 Superman has been killed by Doomsday, a very cyclical thing. But this Superman takes Clark Kent to the Fortress of Solitude and basically uses this alien orb thing. I forget what they call it, but they get him to honestly, it's like a lie detector test. And there's just a ton of really cool stuff in this book, but we don't really learn more about Clark Kent. We do learn that he is genuinely Clark Kent. He believes himself to be Clark Kent. His memories are very similar to Superman's, but altered. Obviously no powers or anything like that. But it was a really, really good read. There's a really, really cool little note in here that Batman makes an appearance that you will not notice right away, which is very Batman.
Yeah.
And you literally go back and read it, and you're like, oh my God, that's Batman. So, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, kind of keeps you going on this mystery that we've been a part of for this entire run.
Is it satisfying? I mean, is it?
It's
satisfying. Because they promise so much, like, you're going to find out more information about Clark Kent.
Sure.
You're like, ooh.
Sure.
And my worry is if all we're going to get is, well, he believes he's Clark Kent.
Yeah, they're definitely stringing us along. I mean, they're absolutely stringing us along. It's an issue I have with it, but there's so much in here that's really, really satisfying that I don't know. I would say yes.
Okay.
It's satisfying. In totality.
Cool.
Absolutely. Cool. Yeah. I would say 4 exclamation points.
Nice.
Uncanny exclamation points.
Nice.
Yeah, which is a pretty high rating. But yeah, absolutely love it. If you're not checking out the new Superman, this is your daddy's Superman.
Nice.
Oddly enough.
Very cool. So yeah, definitely. Looks like this is mostly a DC day, but it's time for a little Marvel. But yeah, Teen Titans issue 1, grab it if you have not already grabbed it.
Since Rebirth, all their stuff's been really good.
Yeah, Rebirth has been, it's I had an opportunity to, and you could check out the blog on Uncanny Online. I had a chance to talk to Dan DiDio, and he said something that was really great. His mission at DC is to put the toys back in the toy box where we found them.
Right.
And I thought that was really poignant because he meant that it's time to return the characters to a place where Superman is Superman. Superman will always be Superman.
Right.
He'll talk like Superman. He'll act like Superman. Regardless of the situation that a writer or a story arc puts him in, we can count on Superman being Superman and Batman being Batman.
Absolutely.
And Wonder Woman being Wonder Woman, which I think a lot of times for story and for shock and awe value, I think they've given up on the core values of the character. To read more about that, just check out the blog, The Core Should Never Change with Dan Dio on Uncanny Online.
Gives you faith. Faith moving forward. 100%.
Yeah, and they've been solid so far. All right, so now Marvel. We're right now in the midst of, I think issue 5 just came out for Civil War 2, so we're in the middle of this whole Civil War, Ulysses, change the...
Pre-crime.
Yeah, pre-crime.
Minority Report in the Marvel universe.
Change the future, protect the future.
Yes.
What side do you fall on? And it's cool that they're putting out their previews because you get a chance to get an advanced look at where some of these heroes are going to fall, but also some newer characters come in. And so the return of some really cool old ones. Once again, I don't know if I'm excited about it, but, clone conspiracy.
Clones are back. Ever since Spider-Verse, it just seems like... Oh, look! Spider-Verse just will not go away.
More spider clones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow,
absolutely.
Look. But this is supposed to have an interesting spin on it. This should be coming out right along with, I guess, Dead No More, that big thing they announced. The
art looks fantastic.
Well, the art's it's freaking brilliant. These guys, the freak. I mean, it's Dan Slott again. Dan.
He knows his things. He knows his spider things.
Yeah. I mean, Dan brought us Superior Spider-Man, which is awesome. I don't care what anybody says. It was amazing.
Absolutely brilliant.
So we got the Clone Conspiracy. Hopefully, this is a Spider-Man story that I can get behind. Lately, me personally, they've just been I've been more of a Miles guy than a Peter Parker guy.
Love Miles. Great character.
Yeah.
Great character. Yeah. Absolutely.
And then, moving ahead, very excited for this book. Didn't think I would be, but I am. First of all, written by Mark Waid, art by Humberto Ramos. Champions.
Yes.
These are the kids on the block who are taking a stand on their own. We have a young Cyclops. We got Amadeus Cho Hulk, or the totally awesome Hulk.
Totally awesome.
Miss Marvel, Nova, Miles Morales Spider-Man, and Viv from the Vision series.
Yes. And she's his daughter, right?
Yeah, she's the Vision's daughter.
Interesting.
Because he made a family.
Made one.
Not in the traditional way.
Not in the traditional way, absolutely.
He created a family. He's like, hey, I want to try this family thing.
And a cardigan. And a few cardigans.
Make this. All right.
Which, by the way, I really like this preview. I really do.
Well, it's once again, you're getting an idea of where these guys are going to fall, where they're going to stand.
Absolutely.
And there's something about Ramos's art that's just so free-flowing and so nice. It really...
It's textured, it's gritty, but...
It's going to be good for this book.
Yeah,
it's one of those things where you look at it, you're like, yeah, this fits. It's perfect.
Does Destruction really well, too.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Another one, written by one guy I like, and art by Alex Mayleaf. These guys have paired up before. Brian Michael Bendis, Alex Mayleaf, coming together again. You might remember them from a lot of the Daredevil stuff.
Yes, their Daredevil one was awesome.
Infamous Iron Man, starring Iron Doom.
Yes, Iron Doom. This one I'm most excited.
Yeah.
Literally the most exciting preview for me. I am a huge Doom fan. I love Bendis. I think he's awesome. He can do no wrong. Some people say he flakes out on stories every once in a while. Just from this preview, it does not appear as though he is flaking out on
No,
things.
I mean, it's like you guys, he did the most brilliant thing was bring Doom back in with Invincible Iron Man. If you have not read that story arc, pick up the trades. Amazing, awesome. But with Infamous Iron Man, it's time for Doom to be in his own book. And I think we're ready for it. I know I'm ready for it. This is exciting.
Ready. Yes. Very good preview, too.
Yeah.
Kind of short, What, 2 pages?
Yeah, 2 pages.
Wow.
But that's all you need.
That is literally
all
all
you
you
need
need,
because
yes.
it's Doom.
Yes.
It's like, oh, it's Doom. All right, I'm reading that. All right, okay. Great Lakes Avengers. For those of you who don't remember these guys, they came out, 90s? Maybe a little before. But yeah, Great Lakes Avengers. These were the joke
Early
of
90s.
the Avengers. Yeah, these guys formed a team. They were a unsanctioned Avengers team. And it looks like, with all the turmoil for Civil War, they're going to be an official Avengers team. So, once again, Marvel has this way of reminding us that they're in the business of comic books.
Correct.
And because everything doesn't need to be biff, bam, pow, and this huge thing. Every now and then you want to pick up a book where you can smile, you can laugh, and it's fun.
This does look very fun.
And
I will say that.
There's a few titles like this. One that I didn't think would be like this had me like laughing out loud. Literally when I read this, the Solo.
Solo's back.
You know, it's called Get Me, Solo, the One-Man War on Terror. Fun.
It's hilarious. It's
Really fun.
It's a good preview.
Laugh out loud. Won't even say Deadpool-esque because it takes on a totally different vibe than Deadpool.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
Absolutely.
And I think Solo's going to be a favorite. I know from what I've read of the preview, it's
Who's
definitely
writing this?
Jerry Duggan.
Oh, Duggan. Nice. Okay. Very cool.
And the art. I mean, yeah, they've knocked it out of the park with artists. I mean, because this one feels like not for the first time, but this one definitely feels like they sat down and said, "Here's the story. This artist would be perfect for this story."
Absolutely. It feels almost like it's like 90s style.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's really like, it's current too. It's
Yeah.
weird. It like throws this throwback to the 90s style, but definitely done with like today's sensibilities.
Yeah, it just says fun, and it's really cool the way they mapped out. Just want to point out the way they did this, because in their preview you have Great Lakes Avengers, then you move over to Solo, definitely getting a little bit more lighthearted, getting a lot more fun. Bam, they drop you on the unbelievable Gwenpool, which they're giving us a preview of issue 7, not number 1. Now, personally,
Interesting.
I have not been like the biggest I have not jumped on the Gwenpool band.
I have not either.
I would literally go to the shelf and be like, "It's Gwenpool. Okay, let me find something else."
Right.
But for this show, for the Uncanny Insider, I definitely had to sit down and read this, and I read it from beginning to end, and this is Saturday morning fun.
Absolutely.
Like, seriously, it's reminiscent of Saturday morning cartoons, where you sit there and you're eating your sugary cereal, and you're just zoning out, and you're just smiling, and you don't know if it's the result of the sugar or the cartoon you're watching, but this gives you that feeling.
Definitely Saturday morning vibes, 100%.
Then we get a little bit more serious. We come back to, once again by Brian Michael Bendis, Jessica Jones.
Character he created.
Yes.
Yes.
From Alias. And you probably know her now from the Netflix series Jessica Jones.
Excellent series, by the way. Love that show.
What can I say? It's Jessica Jones. It's back. It's solid. One thing I love about Brian Michael Bendis, he has a way of writing strong characters, regardless of gender or race.
Absolutely.
The characters they stand alone, and I definitely credit Bendis with bringing Luke Cage from that BC list, and when he started the New Avengers, bringing Cage in as a central character, and then building him and building him and building him to where he's standing alone, and he's an A-lister. When you think of Avengers now, you think of Luke Cage. When
Absolutely.
you think of, top tier superheroes, Luke Cage is there, and I think he's doing the same thing for Jessica Jones. No longer are these throwaway characters. They have a story and they have heart.
And it looks awesome. The art looks great, too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Gritty. It's gritty.
And then
This one was a favorite of mine.
yes, okay, you have to see this. What's that look like? Yep, the guy who did Samurai Jack. He is back on Cage. Cage is back with the tiara and the bracelets and the chain belt, and
it's fantastic, and you will fall in love with this series on the first page.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. It's amazing.
It was a done deal. I just looked at him like, done, sold.
Oh man, it's
That's
really,
Mark
really
Bolas. Yeah, it's good. Patsy Walker, aka Hellcat. To be serious, I didn't have much of a warm fuzzy until I read this. Once again, Patsy Walker, Hellcat was one of those series, like Gwenpool, where it's like, okay, I might pick up an issue.
Right.
I might read it. If I have nothing else to read, then, but I've been wrong. And once again, this is a preview, even though it says number 1, it's actually issue 11. So I'm going to need to go back and read some Patsy Walker because, wow, Marvel, it's like your lineup is fun. This is, I don't know if you guys remember, because this is probably saying my age, way back in the day, Saturday morning cartoons used to be huge. And right before the fall release, Friday night, prime time, they give you a previews of all the Saturday morning cartoons that were coming out. And I used to sit there from like 8 to 9 o'clock and just be so excited because they give you 5 minutes of this and 10 minutes of that. You'd be like, oh, this is so much fun. I can't wait for Saturday morning. This is what this preview feels like.
Absolutely. 100%. I get an Archie vibe from this too.
Oh,
don't you get an Archie vibe? Absolutely.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely has, yeah.
Yeah, very cool though.
All right, next up, Mosaic.
I don't know much about Mosaic.
Once again, Mosaic, brand new character introduced into the Marvel Universe through the Inhumans. Mosaic was, as far as I know, a pro ball player who kind of has best comparison, a dead man type of power. He possesses other people, gets their memories, gets their stuff, and that's how he interacts with the world. Not much on the preview side. We see him getting thrown out of a window. Don't know what made that happen, and then we see him falling into a character, and you can see the process of him taking in this character's essence.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting visually. I don't know. There's just not. Some of them I feel like are really strong, like the story grabs you. Some of them are art, and I'm sure if you're sitting there and you're a Marvel editorial, you've got to pick what's tasty about a book.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're getting the tasty parts of each one.
Yeah. One of the cool things I like about this, and big shout out to Kari Randolph. Way to go, man! Seriously, I had a chance to meet him a few years back, and. Dude, still killing it with the art. Just
cool
still,
dude.
Yeah. Oh, he's awesome.
Nice,
awesome guy. All right, and of course, the return of the Uncanny Avengers. New lineup. I think the most interesting part of this lineup is Cable.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
and this cover is absolutely incredible.
And there's Deadpool there.
Yeah, this thing's incredible.
A little Deadpool, a little Cable action happening. What, is there a movie on the horizon? Maybe.
There may be.
No popularity. I think yes.
Yes.
But once again, this, I can go through the whole thing, but it's just amazing and fun, and you should pick this up because you will need this in order to adjust your pull list. When you get a chance, stop by your favorite local comic shop, Uncanny, and when you pick up your pull or you pick up your week's comics, make sure you grab the free Marvel's previews. There's a Spider-Man on the cover, Clone's Conspiracy. It's kind of awesome. So, we're going to wrap here. This is the Uncanny Insider on Uncanny Online, on Facebook, everywhere, coming at you, keeping you in the know, telling you what you should and maybe should not be reading. We'll be back with more stuff. Movies, TV, pop culture. We're going to cover it all. So thank you for tuning in. I'm Rob.
I'm Josh.
And this is Uncanny Insider.
See ya.